All right, we're back today continuing the predictions for season 14, this time talking about episode 12 because, we took a break last week. It was a filler episode last week, so there was really no point in doing the predictions there. And today I have with me one of my Patreon supporters, Armando. Am I saying that right?
Armando, that's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself regarding your likes when it comes to Drag Race, what your favorite season is, who your favorite queens are, and such?
Well, so I actually started watching on season 4 because my best friend recommended this show, and I instantly fell in love with Willow, with I remember in the moment Sharon, which I don't know. One of the first queens that captivated my attention was Elisa Edwards, and her dark makeup, her dark style. I just loved it. I just loved the way that she put the cosmeceuticals on, girl. She looked amazing, and yeah, those were like my first exposures to drag.
And are you enjoying season 14 now? Because you did mention that you like season 4 and Alyssa, who's an early season queen. So how do you feel about this new era of Drag Race and its contestants?
Oh, I love it. I used to see this argument a lot where people were saying that the new seasons weren't good because all the good queens, and I'm saying this in air quotes, all the good queens have been already, and I don't think so. I actually like that we get to see a lot of new talent, a lot of young people just getting to do whatever they want. And I don't think that it's ever going to get boring or I mean, it's probably going to get a little bit weird because production, they don't know what the hell to pull next. I mean, the chocolate bar, come on.
No, you're completely right. I totally agree with the whole notion that there's always going to be new talent that can show and kind of refresh the show. And really, we only watch Drag Race for the cast. So do you have any favorites from season 14?
Yeah, I think that Lady Camden, that she is my favorite queen. I don't know how to put this in words. Lady Camden es un hombre tan guapo, de verdad, tan guapo. O sea, I'm sorry to say this in Spanish, pero de verdad este hombre puede tomarme y hacer lo que quiera conmigo, porque de verdad. I also I'm rooting for Willow. Her style is, for me, that's the best. I mean, the look. I don't remember the category, but the runway that everybody did the category, and then she was like, okay, I'm going to look good. The one with the glasses and the spiky hair. Do you remember that?
Oh, the shoulder pads, yeah.
The shoulder pads, yeah, that was amazing. I love that. When I saw that runway, I said either she's gonna take it all home or she's going to get very, very, very far from me. So yeah, those two.
What do we know about episode 12 from the preview? Well, the queens are finally doing a Rusical. We don't actually get much from the preview regarding exactly how the queens will do. We do see some queens performing, but it's nothing too substantial, and we of course get general comments from the judges that to us mean nothing really. We are led to believe that Michelle tells Willow that she could have gone so much further with her performance, but it's so obviously not directed towards Willow based on where Michelle is looking at and where Willow is looking at, so I don't think that we should even consider it as a possibility. The big conflict of the episode is that both Lady Camden and Bosco want the leading role of Saltine, which is a clever pun, I must admit, and Bosco is adamant at getting that role. The preview ends with Angeria looking distressed. Since this is a top 7 episode, we can do a 2-2-3 division, a 3-1-3 division, 3-2-2 division, unless they just end up changing the format of the judging yet again. Who do you have as your safe queen or as your safe queens?
I was thinking maybe Angie, only due to the fact that I know that she's good. I mean, she has been the best this season by far. I'm suspecting that they're editing her a lot more than we think, because I remember the last episode in the Lollapalooza, the camera was focused on every queen that she was lip sync against more times than it was her. So I think that they gave her a good edit at the beginning with winning a couple challenges and all of that, but I think that they are keeping this like the home stretch of the competition. They're thinking like, okay, let's not give any more wins to Angie. She has a lot. She's probably going to actually win the season. in my opinion.
Is she your only safe queen?
It could be Lady Camden as well. I don't think that she's going to flop on the challenge.
Well, okay, so my two safe queens are actually DeJa and Jorgeous, so we don't agree with that. I was thinking kind of similarly with like you did about Jorgeous. Like, yes, she's a good performer, but I don't think that she's like good at memorizing lines and kind of giving a character that's not Jorgeous, you know. And for a Rusical, you are supposed to kind of give a different character that, you know, is not you. So I was like, I can't see her flopping too hard, so she's like in the middle for me. And DeJa, honestly, she's safe for me just because, like, it's not even like collateral damage, but just like the last person that I didn't place anywhere. So I was like, safe, I guess, question mark, you know. Now, according to the preview, Bosco is going to be kind of the focal point of the episode, so she's probably going to be either in the top or in the bottom. Where did you place her?
I feel like Bosco has been like on a good track during the competition, and these have been a couple of big stumbles. So I think that Bosco is, let's just say, crafting the storyline for us to think, okay, so Bosco now deserves to be in the bottom, which probably she will not, but they will make it look like she has to.
So, if I understand you correctly, your bottom three queens are Bosco, Jorgeous, and Daya.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the top 7 queens and thinking, who do I see on the top 4? I was thinking that maybe Jorgeous and Daya haven't been showing a lot of qualities to be in that spot. I confused the names with Daya and DeJa. Creo que Jorgeous tiene muchos talentos. Sin embargo, como por ejemplo lip syncing, ya hemos visto a Jorgeous and that girl's good. Creo que sus talentos están un poquito más en el lip sync y en verse bonita, y creo que la mejor los siguientes challenges, el Rusical en específico, es algo en lo que eso puede, en lo que esa capacidad que ella tiene puede hacerla estar en el bottom, o que le editen para estar en el bottom.
My bottom three, they might be a little controversial because I put Angeria in the bottom 3. First, because of the preview. As you said, like during the Lollapalooza thing, they weren't really focusing too much on Angeria, which is really weird because when Angeria was declared as safe and when she went back into the workroom, you could see that those queens really loved the fact that Angeria was, you know, there with them, even though she was such fierce competition.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they're not showing her in a way that she is actually, you know, like the queens love her so much. The queens probably even look up to her and really vibe well with her, but we don't see much of that, which is really weird. And I'm like, are they underplaying her edit because she's going to flop this week, and so they're kind of preparing us for that? And then her constantly looking distressed in the preview does make me believe that she's going to have a hard week. Bosco is also in my bottom 3 because, well, if there is going to be a conflict about a leading role, it's going to go either way, that she's going to be in the top or in the bottom. And I think that this will be Bosco's like bottom week, when she might even be in the bottom 2, and then she'll have like a redemption lip sync or something like that. And then my final queen in the bottom 3 is Daya Betty. For the first time in I don't know how long, I was like, let's not put her as safe, let's put her in the bottom 3. Just because, I don't know, even though she did win the first lip sync last episode, I never really saw Daya as like a great performer, lip syncer, and all of that. Yeah.
Coming back a little bit of what you said about Bosco, I also think that Bosco might be in the bottom because they have been putting a lot of pressure on her. I mean, she just basically almost lost the lip sync to Lollapalooza. She won to Jasmine Kennedy. I think that Bosco has a lot of pressure right now at that moment in the competition, which is definitely going to factor in the placements for sure.
So if I wrote everything down correctly, your top 2 queens are Willow and Daya.
Yeah, I feel like Willow has been showing continuously that she can be funny. And in a Rusical, you have to, I think, in my personal opinion, you have to be funny, but also give a good character. And I think that Willow can do a character right, I think. And let's not talk about Drew Barrymore because, oh God. But
that was unfortunate.
That was really unfortunate. So I think that she can characterize well. And like I said, this is more, I was thinking more of the storylines rather than how they might actually be in the challenge, because I think that the next episode is going to be heavily storyline crafted.
My top two are Lady Camden and Willow. Kind of like what you said about Willow, that she's very funny, but also we know that Willow is a good performer and a choreographer and everything, so I feel like she'll pick up choreography really well. Funny, let's ignore Drew Barrymore, but I feel like she can kind of figure out a way to present whichever character they give her, and then also show her as through her own drag. But I think that Lady Camden will win the episode, because I think that between her and Bosco fighting over the main role, I feel like Bosco will get the main role and then she won't do well. Camden will get a role that she did not want, and then we will have that storyline of, Lady Camden or, a drag queen getting a role that she did not want in a challenge, her doing well at it, and then being rewarded for it, getting the win.
That sounds right. You know what? I'm not gonna change it because I already said it, but yeah, Camden makes sense thinking of itself.
Again, if I understood you well, you think that Daya will win this episode?
Yeah, Daya or... Daya. Yeah.
And so since we did mention who we thought would win, or who is going to win, who do you think is going home?
I am suspecting that they're going to have the gold bar.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that Bosco is going to be in the bottom, and Bosco is going to be told that she's going to be sent home, but open her bar, and it's going to be gold. I feel like that's gonna happen.
So I quite agree with that. If that does, if Bosco is in the bottom two, she's 100% getting that chocolate. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I agree. Bosco's probably getting it this week. The writing is so on the wall, especially after last episode.
Yeah, and I mean, they make sure that we knew that Bosco is not going to win a lip sync.
Yeah.
I mean, they already showed us her losing 3 times. How many were they?
2 times, and then winning ? Against Jasmine.
I mean, like I said, Jasmine Kennedy gave her heart to it, and she looked like she was having so much fun. And Bosco, I'm sorry, but she looks different to me. She was. I would be shitting my pants as well because she looked so scared, and I don't know. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen it for her, and I think that that's going to happen next episode as well.
We're both thinking that Bosco is going to be saved. Do you think that might jeopardize her possibility of winning the entire season?
I don't know. I think that the edit thing might be showing us that Willow is going to be the one. So I feel like it doesn't really matter what happens with Bosco, even if she has the gold bar, because at the end of the day, she's going to perform. They're going to keep her because she's a good performer. And that's right. The truth.
You think that the race for the crown is between Willow and Angeria, right?
Yeah, and I don't know why I forgot about Angeria, because I think that the crown is going to Angeria. I mean, come on.
I'm hopeful that it will be Angeria, but honestly, I wouldn't be mad if it ends up being Willow.